What's up, everybody? This is Chris with Warrior Trading. Hope everybody is well. This is going to be my trader recap for the week of November 28th, 2022. November was an interesting month for us. I was going in strong with up over $33,000 for the month. And on the last day of the month, I had a $10,000 loser, which brought me down to $23,000. Still a great month overall. Very happy with that. We had a lot of momentum through the couple days leading up to Thanksgiving. Some really great movers. I thought that was going to be a really quiet week. So I was a little caught off guard, but I planned on trading that week, and I was pleasantly surprised. I had a couple of really big winners that week. But for the most part, November was a good month. Hopefully I can double that this month. Going into December, we've already had some great momentum the first 2 days of the month, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to dive into some of my better trades and the week itself and some of the metrics and show you guys how my strategy is working now. All right, so let's dive right in here. So this is the month of November. These are all the P&Ls for every day this month in Trader View. As you can see, I got off to a little bit of a rocky start. October was not a good month for me. And so November kind of came in light and still a little emotional from October. And I had some pretty big losing days earlier in the month. So I decided I was going to scale down and take it easy with some smaller size for a little bit in November, which I did. So, you know, I am a scalper. I do take a fair amount of trades each day, and these add up to some decent P&Ls each day. But I was able to stay green for the next 2 weeks after that. So I was really happy with that, finding some consistency. And as you can see in the middle of the month, I started scaling up a little bit, you know, feeling a little more confident in my abilities and securing some nice wins. Going into Thanksgiving week here, we had some really nice momentum, you know, between just the Monday and Tuesday, almost $7,000, eight and a half, and then Thanksgiving. So I was really happy with that for what a week I thought was going to be really slow. So we went to Thanksgiving, super happy with my week, traded real light on Friday. It was an early close due to Black Friday, and just was still able to pocket another $1,300. Came in the following week and nailed it Monday and Tuesday, and then I had a terrible trade on Wednesday. So I'm going to go into some of this in a little more detail. Obviously, the week recap I'm doing is from the 28th of November to December 2nd. So this is the weekly look at how we did. It was a little bit of a whipsaw on this week. You know, 4,000, 3,000, negative 10,000, and then 3,963. You know, so you can see by the chart here, real whipsaw. I was negative on the week, and I rallied back nicely to finish up kind of where I was after Tuesday. You know, pretty close at 6,500 for the week, which is a low week for me. My weekly goal is $10,000, which I fell short of in November, and now I'm really hoping to do that for December. Luckily, December is the only of these 2 days, so I've had a really good start, and we have a full four weeks to come. We do have some holidays in there, but we'll see. My winning percentage was really high all week, so this one big loss was on one trade, one single trade. Out of all the other trades, I literally won every trade. So let's dive into this a little more. This is all my trades that I took this week, from the highest P&L to the lowest, and we'll go over some of these in more detail. And you can see out of all the trades, they were all positive, going all the way down to this one negative one on XBEV, which I'm very dissatisfied with. So let's start with the big loser. You know, I scaled in too hard, too early, looking for the fade off with some size. I never got it, and I got squeezed right here on this wick. So really unhappy with that trade. You know, I started with small size. I should have really waited for this level up here. You know, I probably would have been better shape, but like really no strong pullback throughout the day. So this probably would have been a loser for me one way or the other. If I had followed a little more strict risk management, I probably would have kept this loser much smaller. But when you have, you know, almost three green weeks in a row, you know, it becomes definitely a little harder to accept the losses, and I'm going to admit that's what happened with me on that day. So lessons learned, and hopefully I can keep that in the forefront moving forward. Let's go back here. So my big winners, so that was my big loser. Only losing trade of the entire week was on XPEV, Chinese electric vehicle car company, supposedly like the Tesla of China. They missed earnings, and earnings missed, and that stock just went up all day with barely any pullback. So trying to be a short on that day was not a winning endeavor. And if I had followed my risk management closer, that I could have minimized that loss, but it probably would have been a loser one way or the other. So in those cases, in those type of stocks with my strategies, it's about keeping the loser smaller. It could have been a bigger loser for sure. So, maybe I did decent because I've had much bigger losers, but it is what it is. I even had another winner here, $1,100 in XBEV on that same day. But I'm going to pull up some of these trades. Let's see here. Let's look at the charts. TBLA. This was a good one. I'm going to pull this over here. So, as you can see, I took a lot of scalps on this one. This was a scalper for me. This is almost all pre-market. I shorted this thing on its way up. So a lot of people wonder how I make so much money on a stock that almost seems to go straight up. And this is how I do it. I'm a scalper. So I'm always looking to short these extensions back to the short-term trend line, right? So here, I got some nice range here, some small range here. But these two are the more interesting. So generally, I'll start with some small size, 1,000 to 2,000 shares. And as it looks like I'm getting a rejection, I'll hit the bid even harder and get some size, which I did up here to make some nice profitable trades. So TBLA was a good one for me. $2,300 on that ticker this week. Very happy with that. And let's see, AVXL. That was a pop and drop. I don't think I have a chart of that. I know I have a chart of Vapo, which was a good one. So there's only a bunch of little trades here on Vapo, but I caught some nice range for like about $1,200 on these two. So this is a good chart of Vapo, where I waited to get a good extension, shorted this range, got a nice cap back up to highs a day. This is a little bit of a risky trade because once it retraces and recaptures this level, it can keep going much higher. But it didn't, and we got a nice sell-off and flush right back to the VWAP, which I took advantage of. So all in all, good recovery week. It was such a big loser that one day. I'm really happy that I was able to come back from this. You can see all of my P&Ls by the day and ticker on Twitter. I am Trader Drysdale on Twitter, and I post my P&L every day. So be sure to follow me. And Chris Day Trade Warrior, Trader Drysdale, and you'll see each day what I'm trading and which tickers I made money on. So this was Friday, 6,300 on these three tickers. Really great day, 3,900. And then I posted my loss here on this calendar. So be sure to like this video, subscribe for more weekly recaps. I'll talk about what we're trading. I'll be sharing some of my charts. And be sure to see you out there, traders. Have a good one.